All right, today we are doing inequalities. So let's ask the question.
What's the question?
I'm about to ask. Okay, ready? What's the matter? Scoot it down. Oh, yes, thank you. Okay, clap. Everybody pay attention. Clap if you can tell me a symbol that represents an inequality. Clap. It's a visual thing, I know. If I do raise your hand, they can't see that. So clap if you can show me one symbol for inequality. That's good. Okay, so can somebody tell me what one of the symbols is? Kendra. That's good. She's going like this. That would be less than. Again, this is assuming that the variable is on the left. What's another one? Ashley. She's doing this. That's good. That is less than or equal to. Okay, what's another one? Marcy, go ahead.
Greater than.
She's doing this, so that's good. That's greater than. It's probably coming totally backwards on there. Greater than. Okay, Lydia? Do you have another one? Greater than or equal to. Now, when we solve greater than, equal to, when we solve inequalities, we solve them the same exact way as solving equalities. What's an equality? That's equals. Good. Just an equal sign and that's it. Does anybody remember the difference of an equality versus an inequality? There's a component of an inequality that involves a number line. Well, it can involve a graph, like a 2D graph as well, but Lydia?
The numbers on the sides aren't equal, they just have one bigger than the other.
Good. Good. So the numbers are either bigger than or smaller than, which means typically there's a number line and shading involved. That's the only difference. Okay, so we're going to get some practice with that today. All right. I almost went back into my game show mode. It's hard with this all up here. There's like lights now and everything, and it's an adjustment. Okay, so here we go. Solve and graph. I might actually end up morphing into that just by default. Since third period we're in full game show mode, you might end up getting the brunt of that. Just so you know, you guys are right after them. So, all right, here we go. S minus 2 is greater than 10. Whoops, let's move that up. S minus 2 is greater than 10. Okay. So, can somebody tell me what I would do first to solve this problem? In other words, still getting S by itself. Stephanie.
Do you add 2 to both sides?
Good. So S is greater than how much? 12. Okay, so that's what the inequality is. Now we have to graph them as well. So I don't have a very fancy way of graphing. You basically have to put 0 on the number line and put whatever number or numbers you end up with in their correct position, meaning is positive 12 to the right of 0 or to the left? To the right. Somewhere out to the right. Okay, now, if it's greater than 12, you guys tell me, is 12 greater than 12?
No.
No. How about 13?
Yeah.
Yes. So we're shading everything to the right of 12, but 12 is not greater than 12, so we have an open circle on 12. Okay? Does that make sense? So that's the extent of what we're doing today. Any questions? Okay, you want me to put a few problems up so people can come up?
Yes.
Yay. So for our viewers at home, I offered some extra credit to come up. And now we all want to come up and do problems. We all have, those of us who have been tuning in have seen that enthusiasm has not been the strongest suit of this class. So maybe now it will be different. Okay, 3m is less than negative 9. I'm going to put a few of these up here and give you guys a little bit to work them out. And if you would like to come up and show everybody how to do them, you are welcome to do that.
Are we still graphing?
Yes, we are still graphing. So you need number lines for all of these. Next, negative 4p plus 1 is greater than 17. 4p plus 1. Let's see, let's do one more up here. That's down at the very bottom. Last one, negative 3 times w plus 4 is less than or equal to negative w minus 9. Okay, So before we pause, and I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to work on these, I want you all to be thinking about the fact that there's a negative attached to this variable here. There's something that happens. I'm going to leave you in suspense while we go to a break. But there is something that happens when you either multiply or divide by a negative and inequalities. Okay, so be thinking about that. All right? So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to work on these, and then I will ask for volunteers to come up to do that. Okay? We have Kendra. She's about to show us the solution to number 2. Oh, it's on still. Okay, good. Okay, shh. If you all are finding the silence a little awkward, you can cheer her on. Go ahead and cheer Kendra on.
All right.
Okay, clap if you agree with Kendra. Yay, nicely done. Thank you, Kendra. Okay, our second volunteer, that's Hannah. Hannah, come on up. Everybody give Hannah a round of applause. Yay, Hannah.
My dance pants.
Okay. Again, if you would like to root her on as she's out there, because you all are so excited for her, you're welcome to do that.
Hey, you so fun.
I make third period do theme music, like Jeopardy.
That's
After
funny.
all, it is a game show.
It's ugly outside.
Are you left-handed?
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody is paying attention.
That's weird.
I know you all are super excited about Hannah's solution. Okay, clap if you agree with Hannah. Okay, lastly, we've got Jade coming up to do the last problem. All right, everybody give Jade a round of applause.
Do I have to put my face on there?
No.
Okay, I don't want to.
Here.
It really, what's it called it? Okay. Okay.
Do you guys care if I put it out here towards you? There you are.
Oh, that's a cool little.
Yay. Here is fourth period. Yay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, go for it. All right, so Jade is working through the solution to the last example problem.
Wait. Yeah, I do minus 1.
All right, here. Let's turn it that way. There we go. Yes. Okay, so while she's working through this, everybody be watching, making sure that you agree with what she's doing, because remember, at the end, I'm going to ask if you all agree. Oh. Mrs. Miller. Yes. Uh-huh. Okay. All right, so everybody's watching to see if they agree what's going on. Okay. Okay, so what do we think, you guys? Look at what Jade's doing. She says W is greater than or equal to negative 3/2. How many people clap if you agree with Jade? Okay, very good. Okay, does anybody have any questions? Any last minute questions? Lydia, go ahead. Yes, I can. All right, here's what we're going to do. I want you guys to very quietly, if you are good to go with this and understand everything perfectly, go ahead and get out a book quietly, because I'm about to work through this in a little bit of a different way. So go ahead and get out a book, start on the assignment, but don't talk yet, okay?
Do we get extra credit if we finish it early?
Yes, so today is an extra credit day, so everybody is quietly working, okay? Just going to go through this very briefly. All right. Shh. Still recording, so heads up. Yes, Josephine. Oh, that's a good point. Okay, so this is homework number 8, page 53. Written exercises numbers 4 through 32, multiples of 4, and 38 to 44 even. All right, so everybody go ahead and write that down right now. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. Go. Whoops, negative 3 times w plus 4 is less than or equal to negative w minus 9. So the first thing that we're going to do here is distribute this negative 3 into the parentheses. Negative 3 times w is negative 3w. Negative 3 times positive 4 is negative 12. Is less than or equal to negative w minus 9. So personally, I like to have all of the variables on the left and everything else on the right. So I'm going to add this w to both sides, so they cancel out here. At the same time, I'm also going to take the 12, the negative 12, and move it to the opposite side. So those cancel out. So I get negative 3w plus 1w is negative 2w. And negative 9 plus 12 is negative 3. Oops, positive 3. And then the last step is to divide by negative 2 on both sides. So they cancel out now. Here we go. W is greater than or equal to negative 3 halves. The reason the sign changes, so I'll put on here, the sign changes because anytime you multiply or divide by a negative in inequalities, the direction of the inequality changes. So it started as less than or equal to here, and it switches to greater than or equal to down here. So the graph, sometimes it helps to put these into mixed numbers just so you can have a better idea of where this falls. So this is the same thing as negative 1 1/2. So negative 3 halves, negative 1 1/2, that's over here. It's a solid circle because greater than or equal to, that's including that particular number, and then you're shading everything to the right of the negative 3 halves. Okay, questions on that? All right.